Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Lord's Racing League. I'm your host, Big C, and Little C's right here with me.
Hey, what's up?
And it's another round of our Boulder Woods series, and for some of you who may not be familiar with it, this is how it goes. We got our main bull, and then we got three...
calves?
I was going to say competitors, but sure. And their goal is to take down the bull. So whoever gets the most points after 8 races, they're going to be the bull. And right now, we got a pretty tough one. See if anybody can take them down. So let's head over to driver inductions and see who they are. And here he is, our bull for the 4th week in a row. We got Blue Line driving that Lancer Evolution for Blue Line Racing.
And starting second from Scratch Racing, we've got Q driving his Maserati weighing 52.4 grams. And here's to hoping his pit crew works fast because we're about to go green.
And starting third, driving that blacked out Silverado EV, coming in at 61 grams, we got VARIAT SKUNKWORKS.
And starting in the back, we got Poppy James from DRJ Racing, driving his Dodge Charger weighing 60 grams. And it looks like his pit crew just finished up maybe a last minute pulley change on that supercharger.
Alright, here we go. Another round of fast action racing. With Blue Line's got the pole and Q's on the outside. Let's see if anybody's got anything for that Evo. As they take off, looks like Blue Line pulls away from everybody. Skunk is able to come up in the second. It looks like Q and Poppy James are back there battling. Looks like Blue Line's losing it just a little bit, but he's still pulling away from old Skunk. Coming across the line, he is going to get the victory. Oh,
yeah.
What a close finish
man.
right there at the end. I think Q might have gotten the Skunkworks right at the line with Poppy James coming at the rear. We got to wait until we see what the replay looks like.
Wow, that was definitely really good. You can see Blue Line, he's getting out there. Skunk not too far behind. A little bit of a battle between Q and Poppy James right there. Q ends up getting the nudge on him, getting up ahead. Blue Line again coming down to the line, not too bad, but here comes Q right up on Skunk. Right up his butt, and then you can see right across the line.
Oh, he
just
did get
by
him.
a fender flare.
Right there at the end. What an awesome move.
That was awesome. So Q, he will get an extra point for that one. Great work from him.
Yeah, you got to battle for every point, especially in this one. But here we go, lap 2, Variant's up on the pole with Blue Line on the outside. Let's see if that Chevy's able to hold off that Lancer. As they take off, it looks like he's able to get a nose out in front, and he is able to get out in front of Blue Line. Blue Line hits him in the rear, trying to loosen him up. I don't know if it's going to, well, he spins out, but it looks like Variat is able to block him up into the corner, keeping the lead, coming across the line. Where's he going to be at? He's going to hold him off. Poppy James third with Q coming up the rear.
Wow, that was very interesting right there. You can see he got out ahead of Blue Line just enough to hold the pole. Obviously, Skunk, he knows how to drive. He can get out there. But Blue Line was trying right there. Poppy James not too far behind. Q was
loses the back end.
Oh, that's what made him fall behind.
Both of them did.
Yeah, I guess so. Blue Line was able to hold it, tries to get past Skunk right there. But man, I'm telling you what, he really knows how to defend. I'd say he's really good at that because, I mean, he hold him off multiple times. And it's hard to hold off Blue Line. So, first place for Skunk, that's very good for him. Getting him up there really close up to Blue Line now. So,
there you go. He's only 1 point behind. And I tell you what, Q and Poppy James back there were battling left and right, constantly rubbing on each other.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Now Poppy James got the pole with Variat on the outside, but he does have Blue Line pushing. But Q looks like he's able to help Poppy James get out there. That big, he got a 426 in that old Dodge. Oh, it looks like Q gets spun out. Blue Line is able to pass, get up in the third. But Poppy James has got this thing flying down the track. No one even close to him. Comes across at a fast 842.
Nice.
With Q getting second. Blue Line was able to get up in the third. And Variat coming in last.
All right, well, I guess Poppy James just showed there's no replacement for displacement.
There you go. Get it down and go.
Yeah, he definitely did. You can see Q kind of holding up the back group there. Blue Line was able to kind of plow through. Q was able to hold second place, though. At least they got single file and got going again. Poppy James, though, man, he put it down, didn't ever let up, and until he got across the line in first place, so that really helps him out as well.
Yeah, he had a nice, smooth, straight line shot there, so good job with that old Dodge. And everybody's real close in points after lap 3.
Yeah, not too bad.
Doesn't look like Blue Line's making that big pull away like he normally does, so let's see what happens. Q now is on the pole with Poppy James on the outside. Let's see if that Dodge can pull out there, but it doesn't look like it. The old Maserati's taking off. Here comes Blue Line,
man.
Up the back bumper, trying to get him loose, rattle his cage, and Poppy James goes sliding, and there's Q, does a 360, and here comes Blue Line to the outside. Takes over the lead. He is going to come across the line in first, with Poppy James still sliding around in the back there, and fell back to last.
Wow, that was a really good lap right there. Lots of action. You can see Q, he got his shot at the pole. Just wasn't able to sadly hold on to that blue. Yeah, I was going to say. I guess you need that big Silverado EV with a lot of weight to hold off somebody like Blue Line. Wow, Poppy James.
And he wrecked into Blue Line.
Oh, he did, didn't he? That threw him sideways. Q does a nice little 360 right there. That was fancy, but it slowed him down a lot, and that is what let Blue Line slip right on by. Poppy James tries to push his Q off to the side, but by then, Blue Line already had it. And coming across the line, it was basically as you see him.
There you go. So Blue Line gets the victory there, shoots him up with a 5-point gap lead. Going after halftime. Here we go. Blue Line's now got the pole again. Let's see if he's going to do to come home with another victory, where VARIAT SKUNKWORKS is going to be able to pass him as he takes off, because he's pretty darn close to him. As he started to get down the track, it looks like Blue Line is opening up the gap. Don't think anybody's going to get close to him. I don't know where I was thinking there. He is shooting down here. Where's he at? 8:19. Man, he is booking, and looked like Poppy James was all over the back of VARIAT SKUNKWORKS coming to the line.
Wow, that was a really good one for him, man. I tell you what, Blue Line is still showing. He's got a lot of races. He's done a lot of them, but man, he is still hanging in there.
That car's not slowing down.
He absolutely took off like a rocket. Q spins out there. Poppy James was actually able to hold it decent. He slips right on past Q. Skunk is holding the lead, or the not the lead, but second place from those other two back there. Blue Line, of course, we know who had the lead. He got way across the line, way ahead of everybody. Skunk is still, I mean, he's good at defending, because he just held off Poppy James from passing right there. So,
yeah, but I tell you what, they better watch out, because they're letting Blue Line get a little too far ahead.
Yeah.
Getting into that rhythm, don't let them do that. But here we go, lap 6. VARIAT now is up on the pole. Let's see if he can pull out in front. And it looks like he is. He's pulling out a nice gap over Blue Line. Didn't think anybody would be able to do it that big. But it looks like Blue Line's closing in. There goes VARIAT. He slides sideways. Blue Line slams into him. Here comes Poppy James. But now Blue Line is up on the back of VARIAT. Is it going to come across the line? He is going to hold on to it. VARIAT's going to get the win with Blue Line and Poppy James. I don't see. Oh, Q must have spun out and is stalled going into turn 4.
That has to stink for those other two people. I'll tell you what. Having the skunk ahead of you. But hey, I'm telling you, he's good at defending. He right here, even though he threw it sideways, even while sideways, he was able to hold the lead. You can see Blue Line trying to get on the inside there.
Oh.
But it almost looks like maybe Poppy James spun out Blue Line and kind of helped Skunk stay in the lead.
He's got a fast charger right there.
Hey, it's not too bad. But right there, you can see a little contact between Blue Line and Skunk. But by that time, Skunk had it. And hey, he really needs it, because, man, Blue Line is pulling away fast.
There you go. But yeah, pulled him back up there. So not to be able to close in the gap just a little bit. And unfortunately for Q, that DNF, you cannot afford to have any of those in this type of racing. But here we go. Lap 7. Poppy James is up on the pole with VARIAT on the outside. Let's see if he's going to be able to take home a victory and to get a little bit closer to Blue Line. Because Poppy James, they are side by side. He gets out to the lead as they all get into single file. Poppy James get out of turn 3 nice and smooth. Finally, a nice straight track. Even out of turn 4, I don't think anybody's going to touch that purple charger coming to the line. He definitely have it with VARIAT SKUNKWORKS getting second, and Blue Line actually finished in the back.
I'm thinking that Poppy James is trying to show us two things.
Look at that.
1, no replacement for displacement, and 2, Dodges don't really don't have the greatest handling, because holy smokes, once he gets out front and he doesn't really have to, swerve around people, man, he takes off. But if he's trying to weave and dodge in traffic, it's a dodge.
Yeah, they don't dodge, they ram, I guess. But man, there you go. Getting into the last lap. This is still nowhere near from over. VARIAT SKUNKWORKS is only 3 points behind Blue Line. This is the closest we've seen in a long time. So Blue Line has to finish in front of VARIAT, and they both start in the rear. Q has got the pole with Poppy James on the outside. Let's see how this is going to finish. Q takes off, and Blue Line follows close behind, is able to get up into second, slamming on the back bumper of Q. He's losing the track just a little bit. He falls back. Poppy James is able to pass him. Here comes Poppy James slamming Blue Line to the outside. Side by side at the line. Who's going to win? I don't know who got second, but Q got the victory. VARIAT came back, so it ain't going to matter so much, but it's going to be interesting to see who got second between Blue Line and Poppy James.
Wow, what a battle down to the end. You can see Blue Line already all over the back of Q before he even enters turn 3. And you can see VARIAT kind of pushing Poppy James around the outside to pass Blue Line. What in the world? That was about the greatest teamwork I think I've ever seen. And then Poppy James gives Q a
lot of momentum.
I mean, that's that 426, man.
There you go.
But coming down here to the line, this is what it all comes down to. Man,
who's going to get it at the end? I think Poppy James got him a little bit. Oh yeah,
Oh,
just by
yeah.
the skin of that bumper. I think the mechanic was putting that on there at the beginning, so
There
good
you
call
go.
there to get the win.
Bumping it
little
out
bit
a
of
little
extra
bit,
points.
putting in a spacer.
Yeah, it still doesn't matter because in the end, Blue Line is going to come across it now again as your Bull of the Woods just by 2 points. Poppy
Holy
James
smokes.
actually got third, Various Skunkworks seconds, and Q still a close one even though he did have that DNF. So what a shame. Definitely appreciate you all bringing in your cars and being a part of this tournament. But Blue Line again is going to be your Bull of the Woods for one more week.
That is impressive. What,
Can anybody take him
this
down?
is the 5th week now, right?
Yeah, he's going in. Yeah, he's been one for 5. He'll be going into the 6th week if
Holy
we'll see
smokes.
what happens with that. And he's going to be going against
Bolo Brown
Flying Monkey.
and Raging Ricky.
What a group that is going to be.
No kidding.
So it looks like Bolo is trying to get some little bit of pointers from Blue Line over there.
Hey,
Just chatting with him. So
it never hurts.
yeah, so make sure you got the bell on. Appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you next time. God bless. And here he is, our 5th, five or 5th. And here he is, our bull for 4 weeks in a row. And here he is, our.
Good night. And racing.
There you go. Yeah, gotcha.
You got it now?
Okay, we'll try. And here he is. Can't help it. And it's another round of our Bull of the Woods series. And for those of you who may not be familiar with it, this is how it goes. We got our main bull, and then we have 3
Competitor? I said competitors.
Here we go, lap 2, very skunk.
Oh, that was
Let's see if that Chevy can hold off the EV, and as they take off, it looks like he's able to. I said EV, didn't I?
you see, no, you went a vi.
Then loses the back end. Various pulls him up.
Oh,
Done.
that's